Welcome to the Hangout. Two brothers on the same route. Old goons, queens and kings trying to get paid stout. They know exactly what the game bout. Melanated minds tell them, welcome to the Hangout. Two brothers on the same route. Old goons, queens and kings trying to get paid stout. They know exactly what the game bout. Melanated minds tell them, welcome to the Hangout. Finally got brothers that can steer through the strife. This might be the dopest podcast you heard of your life. With J Dizzle, Ray Anthony live, and their hustle shows us that we can actually thrive. Rise and grind, the time is now. If you trying to shine, then find your style. They got thoughts for days, educated opinions. So if you want a mission, welcome to the Hangout. Two brothers on the same route. Old goons, queens and kings trying to get paid stout. They know exactly what the game bout. Melanated minds tell them, welcome to the Hangout. Two brothers on the same route. Old goons, queens and kings trying to get paid stout. They know exactly what the game bout. Melanated minds tell them, welcome to the Hangout. Yeah, man. Welcome to the Hangout podcast with Miko, aka J Dizzle, and Ray Anthony live. And they live. That's for sure. Melanated minds building, thinking, creating. That's what it's all about, baby. One love. Welcome to the Hangout. Two brothers on the same route. Old goons, queens and kings trying to get paid stout. They know exactly what the game bout. Melanated minds tell them, welcome to the Hangout. Two brothers on the same route. Old goons, queens and kings trying to get paid stout. They know exactly what the game bout. Melanated minds tell them, welcome to the Hangout. Finally got brothers that can steer through the strife. This might be the dopest podcast you heard of your life. With J Dizzle, Ray Anthony live, and their hustle shows us that we can actually thrive. Rise rise and grind, the time is now. If you trying to shine, then find your style. They got thoughts for days, educated opinions. So if you want a mission, welcome to the Hangout. Two brothers on the same route, old goons, queens and kings trying to get paid stout. They know exactly what the game bout. Melanated minds tell them, welcome to the Hangout. Two brothers on the same route, old goons, queens and kings trying to get paid stout. They know exactly what the game bout. Melanated minds tell them, welcome to the Hangout. Yeah, man. Welcome to the Hangout podcast with Miko, aka J Dizzle, and Bray Anthony live. And they live. That's for sure. Melanated minds building, thinking, creating. That's what it's all about, baby. One love.
Hey. Welcome, people. Thank you all very much. Please excuse our technical difficulties that we were having prior to the show starting. We had to do a few reboots and everything, but we're good now. Welcome to a very special edition of the Hangout Podcast, Friday night edition. This is not a new night. This is not a new time. We are going back to our regularly scheduled time on Sundays at 11. But we had to get this show tonight because of our special guest we have. She's on the West Coast. So what's going on, Jake Dizzle? What's up with you?
Not much, man. I had a rough last couple of days. I was thinking, you can't hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Really, you can't hear me?
What you got playing in the background, bro? What is that? Turn
that is us playing in the background.
What is that in the background? What is that?
That's us.
I know. Turn that off. It's the delay. Turn it. Can you just turn that off, man? That's probably why your shit all makes all fucked up, man. Come on. Thank you.
No, I don't think so. That can't be it because this is muted.
Still can't hear nothing.
This is muted. You know what I'm saying? We have videos going on in the background with us all the time. You still can't hear me.
No, I can't. I can't hear you. Is your sound on? I still can't hear you.
I don't know. Like my sound is on. My sound is on. My sound is up.
I don't know sign language that great, so I can't. Can you hear? You can hear me, right?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you at all. Is your sound on?
I don't know.
Is your sound cut on?
Of course, the sound is cut on. Yeah, the sound is cut on.
I had to tell you to go in a different place in your house because your Wi-Fi. So.
I don't even think that's it.
Come on, dude. Reboot the sound, man. Go to the settings and fix it. Come on, bro. Come on, work with me here.
Dude, I do not know what's going on. I'm not too sure why the sound is messed up.
I can't hear you, bro. I'm not muted. I'm good to go. I can hear me. I can't hear you. We can hear him. I can't hear him.
Yeah, I mean, if I go to another place,
I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Yes, I'm up. Yeah. If y'all can hear me, I can't hear y'all. How can y'all hear me? I can't hear y'all.
You can't hear Char either? You can't.
I can't hear you, bro. Nah, everything on me is good, man. I can't hear you.
Char, let's see. Let me see if Char can help us out. Message audience. Is your computer sound up? Yeah, audience can hear both of us, so they can hear us, but we just can't hear one another.
They saying that they can hear us both, so the audience can hear us both. People listening can hear us both. I can't. You can hear me, but I can't hear you. So
as long as they can hear Char, if they can hear Char, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If Char can hear us, then I'm good. But
you're talking. I can't.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you. I wish you could hear this. It's actually kind of funny. I don't know if you can really see my eye. I don't know if you can see my eye. But I was jacked up.
Somebody punching your eye. So.
No, you know I got Steve. No, I was my foot. I was all jacked up for like a week. I wish you could hear this because I was in major pain. Oh, see, now I can't hear you. So now I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Don't you just love technology, folks? This is one of those things where we might have to do a reboot and come back because the guest we have is special. Oh, you can hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, all right. So check it out. Okay, cool. Check it out. So about a week ago,
go ahead.
What'd you say?
What were you saying?
Okay, so about a week ago, I was having some issues with my ankle, right? My foot first. Jacked up, could barely walk. In fact, I'm getting to it. Please, I'm trying to build a story. I'm gonna do it quickly. I'll give you the short version. So basically, like last Sunday, happy Father's Day to you. You know what I'm saying? I already said it.
Appreciate that.
But all the fathers out there. So that Sunday, I could barely walk. That's why I was like, man, let's just reschedule because I was jacked up. But I think because of the intense pain that I was feeling, man, that King's disease is no joke. Nas is not playing. That King's disease is no joke. So I have cut back. I'm not doing pork anymore. I'm cutting back on my red meat. I don't eat shellfish that much. But you know, I gotta have my beer. I gotta have my beer.
That's probably what the fuck you're doing. You're drinking that damn nasty ass beer.
Oh, this is premium. This is premium. Don't you do that to me. Don't you do that to me.
It's alcohol. It's alcohol. No matter what it is.
So anyway.
So anyway. It doesn't make a difference. Alcohol is alcohol, bro.
But I know. I'm just saying. I get that. But because the pain was so intense, I think that's what happened with my eye.
So the pain in your foot caused your eye to get a blood clot?
Well, you know, you can pop a blood vessel in your eye pretty easily. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. People do nothing.
From your foot.
They sneeze. I think it's because of the pain and the blood. My blood pressure must have gotten really high, and that must have been it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
What was the cause of your foot hurt? Your ankle hurt? What was that? How did that happen?
Because I was overcompensating for my right foot, and my left foot just got all jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you have one
overcompensating your right foot though. I don't get it. You lost me.
Because I was limping, so I was putting more pressure on my left foot and my left leg.
I'm talking about what happened to your right foot anyway for you to be limping.
My toe was jacked up. My toe was jacked up, and my foot was jacked up.
How'd your toe get jacked up? Okay, take me back. How'd your toe get jacked up?
I think it was just the gout. Plain and simple. That was it.
In the beginning, you got the gout, bro.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but because of all that,
from drinking.
I think that was it.
Stop that shit.
So I've got my medication, and I'm a chill. Moderation.
Gotta stop that shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You better stop that.
Moderation.
I just took my physical yesterday.
What's that?
I took my physical yesterday for the year, so I'm.
Oh, did you? Oh.
I'm good. I actually have a slight pinched nerve in my neck from playing golf.
Don't carry the clubs anymore.
It doesn't hurt a lot. It just hurts a little bit, but that's where the cause of it from playing golf.
And you don't carry your clubs, right?
Hell no.
Okay, good. Okay.
I don't carry them on that side. It's on my left side. So I carry on my right, but it's not
okay.
Nah, but I'm good though. I'm not gonna stop playing. That's not right.
Of course not. I know that.
Yeah.
I already know that.
Yeah. So other than that, I'm good to go, man.
Beautiful. That's good.
Thank you all for tuning in. Man. We apologize for the late start and the technical difficulties. We were having issues on both ends. We'll be good to go now. We have a special guest on the show for us today. She says what she wants, aka Char will be on the show in a few minutes to go to talk about her book and talk about some other things that she has going on. And stay tuned for that. It's going to be a very exciting show. Thank you all for tuning in once again. So you want to jump right into it? You want to take a quick break and bring her on, or what you want to do?
Man, I want to get into it. I don't want to waste any time, man.
Let's bring her in right now, then.
Yeah, let's do it.
She'll be backstage. Why'd you have that TV on back there in the thing? That's what I wanted.
Man, I had a whole setup. I had my TikTok live going. I had the computer here.
You can't be doing it.
Yo, dude, honestly, we had the TV going at the studio. Like, that's not it. There was something else janky going on.
Yeah, that's not it. But you at home. That's different.
That's different, man. It wasn't pulling that much. It wasn't taking that much up. That's ridiculous. Because everybody upstairs is doing it too. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, but see, that's why I said you in the basement, dude. Wi-Fi's upstairs. You gotta be close to the Wi-Fi, bro.
My brother, I got a box right here that boosts right there. The boost is right there. That's my boost.
I'm familiar with that. I've hooked those up before.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's not it. It was something else. I don't know what, but it was something else, man.
You should have tested everything first before you came on.
Yeah, that's why I said I wanted to come on at 7:30.
Well, we had to wait for the producer to let us in. We can't just jump on there without her letting us in. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, but see now we're giving all the behind the scenes, the great Oz, stuff. People don't want to hear that. What's going on with you while we're waiting for our guests to come on? What's going on with you?
Oh, nothing, man. Work, vacation. I just came back from vacation and everything, man.
Where'd you go?
Overseas. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to say, you don't want to give no details, no.
Overseas, you know what I'm saying? Got on the plane, was in the air, you know what I'm saying? Landed safely, chilled. Got some sun, relaxed, chilled, swam. Got drunk as fuck one day. Woo-hoo,
I know you did.
I know you did. I was laid out.
Man. And see, that's the thing. Going to those type of places, I will drink my weight in beer in those places, and that's what I've got. That's why I'm cutting back.
I don't do it like that all the time, every now and again, whatever. But I was done, bro. I was throwing up that
night.
You
go to any clubs? What'd you do? Did you go to clubs, or were you just like poolside?
Nah, we was just at the resort chilling. We went to the club one night. It was mostly like a bunch of young people in there just, getting shots after shot. I mean, the shots was just, because there was free drinks, free food. So, the shots, saying. So, yeah, man, we had a good time, man. We
good.
It was relaxing, man. It really was beautiful weather, blue skies, and the whole nine, man. It was great.
I mean, you deserve it, bro. You deserve it. So I'm glad you got away.
I try to get it in every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
But happy belated birthday to you too.
My birthday was like 2 months ago.
I mean, you kind of did this for that. Wasn't that part of it? Wasn't that kind of part of what this trip was? That wasn't part of it?
No. She's on, so she can't get in.
See? Maybe I should turn my TV back on. Maybe that'll help.
What's your TV got to do with her being on?
That's what I'm saying. My TV had nothing to do. My TV had nothing to do with any of the technical issues that we're having. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well.
My TV didn't stop my audio. You know what I'm saying? That's something else, bro. That's something else.
She's in the room, but not on the screen. She's in the room, but not on the screen. So I don't know how to stop it. Oh, she turned the screen off. She turned the screen off. Turn the screen on.
Yeah, we want to see you. See that big, beautiful smile.
Oh my goodness. Technical difficulties here, and I had them. She got what in the world?
It's technology, man.
Beauty of technology.
5G ain't shit.
Huh?
5G ain't shit.
You got 5G?
Yeah.
And it's doing all that?
Oh my God. It's probably frying our inside. Can't get a damn connection, but our insides are all cooked.
How long have you had 5G? Is she coming in now?
I hope so. I think so. So what do you think about that submarine?
What submarine?
You didn't hear about the submarine that went down to go look at the Titanic, and then they got lost?
I heard about that. They found some parts and stuff of it, whatever the hell.
Yeah, man, that joint imploded. Like, dude, do you know how much
I did hear about that.
Do you know how much they charge to die like that?
Probably.
Do you know how much they pay?
Dollars.
What's that?
Probably millions of fucking dollars.
I mean, for one family, it was $250,000 because you have to pay $250 per seat.
Well, what was the point of them doing it this late in the game now, as far as diving for the Titanic? I mean, that ship has been sank for how long?
Man, I think it's just
70 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think when people have that much expendable money, they just do dumb shit. They want to have a thrill. They would just want to do dumb shit.
And whose idea was this to do this? Please don't say who I think you're gonna say. Whose idea was this?
You know who it was. You already know. You already know.
Come on, bro.
I mean, they're a bunch of unknowns, man. And God bless the family members that lost their relatives in that tragedy. That is horrible, but it was a stupid way to go out.
Yeah.
You know,
she's about to go out and come back in, and she should be in a minute. So.
Okay, but yeah, man, that was horrible. You know, that was one of those things where it could have been avoided. The equipment wasn't up to snuff. Like, I don't know if you know much about those submarines, but when you get to a certain point and you're having technical difficulties, there is an emergency procedure that you do to like take the buoyancy out. So you shoot right up. I don't know if you've ever seen like submarines shooting out of the water and then coming back down real hard. Have you ever seen that?
No, I have not.
Okay, so that's what happens when there's an emergency. They take out certain, it's like this air pressure with the water and the bubbles, and they take that out, and so it shoots the submarine back up because these submarines only open from the outside, so you can't open it from the inside.
Right. And
a lot of times, because of the pressure, you're supposed to come up at like a certain rate. So when they come shooting up, they're jacked up.
Yes, she is. See what happened? See?
Hey, y'all.
The same thing happened to me. I was waiting so long, and then when he came on, I was messed up. I had to go out and come back in. See?
We good now?
We good to go.
We're good now.
All right. I got 30 minutes left.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's do this. Let's get into it.
Well, thank you very much for the little hand clap. Thank you very much for being on the show. Miss Char, a.k.a. She Says What She Wants. How you doing?
Awesome. Are y'all live? Are we live?
We're live.
Oh, hey, y'all. Hey.
You are live. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are y'all?
Doing great.
Better.
Yay. I love to hear it. Talk to me.
Absolutely. So tell us about the book how long ago did you write the book?
So me and my bestie wrote it. It's been about 3 or 4 months since we've been working on it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got my copy right here to you. So it was, it was in the mix. Maybe last year we started like mapping everything out. And then we were originally writing an unmasked version for the man and for the woman. But what happened was we were like, we should talk about why people wear the masks. So that is how this book was born. We're still writing the other journals. This is a self-therapy journal, so we're still writing the other ones. But this one we feel like had to come out first. So it is masks, why we wear them, and the effects they have on our day-to-day lives. It's a self-therapy journal. It talks about childhood trauma, depression, mental illness, unforgiveness, letting go, and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's a really good book. I'm actually like almost halfway through it now, and I just want to thank you for the time and effort that you put into it, because a lot of times with these journals, all you get are lines for you to write in. They give you like a little poem, a little excerpt, maybe a Bible scripture, and that's it. This book is not that. I'm gonna let y'all folks know. You have practical methods that they are giving you. So you have tools that they're giving you to start getting through some of these issues that you have with mental disorders, and it's amazing that you were able to get so much in to this book. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't look at it. If you look at it, you're like, okay, there's not to it. But there is a lot of great information. So can you tell me a little bit about, how you came up with it? Because you go from like childhood to adulthood.
Yes. Okay, so for myself, like I was born into trauma, basically. I was born into trauma and drama. And so, that's how we started the first chapter, if you will. And you know what's common as far as like what I do professionally, as far as like me being a certified counselor, I noticed that a lot of individuals have childhood trauma and drama in their lives. And they don't know, a lot of them don't even realize that they went through trauma, first of all, and also that like they're stuck in this headspace of a child. So yeah, so that was something that was dear to my heart, and I wanted to help other people in that manner because I've done my own work, so therefore I can give back in a certain way.
Yeah.
So when you say the childhood aspect going into adulthood, is it that you are helping the adults now deal with what they went through as a child?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because like I said, like a lot of times people don't realize like the things that happened to them as a child are affecting them now into adulthood, not only with the way they see and perceive themselves, but also in their connections with other people.
Right. Yeah. I've been through that my damn self.
Yes, I understand.
Absolutely. So you said it took you how long to write this book? A couple months?
It was a few months, 3 to 4 months. Mm-hmm.
So this isn't your first rodeo as far as writing a book. You've written other books previously, correct?
This is my first book that's been published, but I've been a writer since I was like a kid. When I was 9 and 10 years old, I was, writing books like that. Right. That was one of my passions. So yeah, it's not my first rodeo, but it's my first published piece.
So if you can, one second, Jack. If you can you kind of go over what things as far as like child, you deal with as a child and you take it with you into your adulthood?
Yeah. So sometimes, depending on the environment and the household you grew up in, sometimes there may be emotional abuse that you experience, like seeing your parents or your grandparents or whoever raised you. Yeah. There may be psychological turmoil, and that comes in the form of seeing someone physically abused in the home. There may be the fact that you were bullied as a kid. There may be the fact that things happened to you, people said things towards you, or even the fact that someone has been SA'd, if you will, or either molested. So there are different things that may have happened in your childhood that will affect you now. And a lot of people, either they stuff it down so far to where they forget it even happened, or either they're acting out of anger or out of aggression or out of spewing, negativity onto other people. And it's because of something that's inside of them that they need to deal with.
Yeah. It's very traumatic. I will say that.
Yes.
Especially if you do not get the help that you need in order to deal with it, because you can have this whole personality and you can have all these personal actions in yourself, and you have no idea why you're acting this way.
Right.
And I deal with that too, because I went through a spell of mental health myself. So it was like,
sorry, there's a loud car passing by. Sorry.
Oh wow, that's fast and furious out there. But one thing that I realized was, me dealing with stuff in my childhood and carrying it into my adulthood and not really dealing with it. And it took for like my sister to really explain to me, hey, you're this way, you're that way. Like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. And I really had to dive deep until, into my childhood to figure out what was going on with me, like mentally and my reactions and why I was doing things that I was doing. So it's definitely a real thing. It's definitely a real thing.
Absolutely.
And you really do have to, take care of yourself, your mental health, physical health, emotional health.
Yes.
Because there's nothing to play with,
Yes, because it can lead to emotional and psychological detriment. Like you can go into depression, you can have anxiety, panic attacks, and things of that nature. So yeah, it's very imperative that we deal with that type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So within the book, you talk about dealing with toxic parents. And one of the things, and I'm going to sing your praises because I really enjoyed the book and I think it will help a lot of people, is that in dealing with this pain, you talk about the symptoms of mental disorders and foods that can help. So we're talking about like Dr. Sebi, like advice that you're giving here.
Yes.
If someone wants to deal with the pain that they receive from a toxic parent and that parent has passed, do you have advice for those folks? Because they can't go to that person.
Right. So that is, it's imperative to know that whether they're still here or not, the experience that you had was real. So in that instance, like for myself, my father, was killed by San Jose Police Department when I was younger. And so there was certain things that I feel like I missed and I resented him. Okay. And so what I had to do was within myself, like I journaled about it. And, I was like, I forgive my father for not being there, because it wasn't that he didn't want to, it was the fact that he couldn't. So I did have resentment. And so whether the person is there or not, there are certain things, like whether you want to do it verbally, say like, I forgive the person, and just know in your heart that you really do forgive them and walk in that forgiveness. But also you can journal this out. You can also utilize another person and basically have that person there, but acting as if, they're the person that you need to forgive, and you can actually speak to that person, So there are different ways to do it, even though the person has like passed on.
Okay.
But a lot of times people deal with those kind of relationships and they just choose not to. They're like, hey, there's nothing more that I can get from this relationship. At the time, it is what it is. I don't want to address it because I don't want to reenact all the bad. I'm just focusing on the positive and all the good stuff. And I'm just choosing to deal with this person or love this person from afar,
Right.
And I'm kind of dealing with that now, but at the same time, I'm still trying to figure out ways how I can address it, how I can handle it, how I can deal with it. I just haven't come up with the solution that I'm comfortable with yet.
Right.
Is that a mask, Char?
It just depends on how you look at it, because masks look different to other people, different to us individually. So, and this is the thing that I tell people all the time, no matter what it looks like to somebody else, always do what you feel is best for you in that moment. And also realize like what worked for you last week and last year may not work for you right now in your current emotional and psychological state. So always do, no matter what it looks like to anybody else, no matter how much they judge you, no matter how much they say anything towards you, always do what you feel is best for you in that moment, because you're the one ultimately that has to live your life. And depending on where you are, as far as goals and things of that nature, you're the one that creates your own future.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense, and it's very helpful information, I'm sure, that people like, again, they may not know that they're dealing with it, or they may not know how to deal with it,
Yes.
And a lot of times they may choose not to deal with it,
Right.
because they're at a point in their life where I'm like, I don't have to deal with that no more. For what? I'm a grown adult.
Yeah.
I take care of myself. I don't have to worry about nobody doing anything for me. So I'm just going to ride how I am right now.
Right.
Which to me isn't exactly healthy. I'm 52. I'm still dealing with stuff, So, but I do feel like at some point in time in my life, I'm going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I just don't know when that is,
Right. And we all deal with things, in different ways, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, even though you may not want to visit it right now due to whatever reason, whether it's pain or, not wanting to open up that can of worms, if you will, it still can come out unbeknownst to you in the way you relate to people, the way you see yourself, the way you see others, and also the way you interact with others and the world.
Right.
So yeah, it's all about what you feel like you need to do in that moment, but also just know that some things will come up unbeknownst to you in the ways you interact with people.
That's great. I mean, if the book is giving me a different aspect on how to view it or how to deal with it, I'm definitely going to read and check it out. Because Jay's shaking his head, yeah. So I'm definitely going to read and check it out because it can very well, I'm sure, be helpful to to me, in my journey of healing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm on a healing journey. So I'm definitely going to check it out. That's for sure.
And I commend you for that. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna give you a shout out when I get it too. Trust me. But
in fact,
go ahead, Jeff.
I'm gifting this to you. I'm gonna gift this to you.
Oh, you get that me? That's mine. I can get my own copy right now, but I can get that. I got
well, that's even better. That's even better. Help Char out. Get your own copy.
Myself, man,
But see, the good part about it is we only covered like chapter 1 and like a little bit of chapter 2. So think about how much more information you're going to be able to get from this. So
absolutely,
yeah, it's amazing.
Char, can you tell people how to get the book so people watching can go out and buy it?
Yes, absolutely. So if you go on Amazon and you type in Char Curry, it will come up that way.
Okay.
And also if you type in Mask Why We Wear, and it'll also come up that way.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
And also if they're on social media, if they want to DM me for their signed copy, they can do that as well.
Okay. Can you give me your
I want to get my signed copy. Do I need to mail it to you and have you mail it back? Like pre-posted? That's what I need to do.
I got you. We'll take care of it. I'll take care
send
of
them
it.
an email with your electronic copy and there's your signed copy right there.
Nah, man, I want the John Hancock. I want the ink on paper.
I'm telling you, it's going to be valuable one day. I promise
That's
you.
what I'm saying. So I want the real McCoy. I got to get the real thing.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So can you go into a little bit because you say you're an advocate for the men. So can you go into this, a little bit while you're still on, what that actually means?
Yes. Okay. So Says What She Wants was born years ago. And I wanted to be able to say what I wanted, right? Because I had come out of a space and place where I wasn't able to say what I wanted for so many years. So it started off as advocating for the men as far as like physical intimacy. And then about 2 years ago, I started to advocate for the overall man, psychological, emotional, spiritual. So that was born about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And so the reason why I do what I do is because I feel like men carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, and depending on the melanin in your skin, you have to fight to stay alive out in society or even in your own home at times. And you also have to fight to stay relevant in your career or either at the workplace. You should not have to come home and fight your person. And men's mental health is very dear to me because so many men take themselves out every single year. And it's such a high rate. And most of the time it's due to the fact that they have had some type of disagreement or ordeal with their significant other. So that's the reason why I do what I do. But also on the flip side of that, I'm a sister to women. So I want to help the ladies see that they can treat their men well. So that way the man can thrive and accomplish what he needs to in life.
So how much pushback do you get from the women who don't?
A lot. A lot.
So what do you get? What do you get, Char? What do they say?
So I listen, and I'm going to tell you, like on social media, I have like almost 300,000 followers. So on TikTok, I have like almost 200,000. We just hit 100,000 on IG today. IG blew up really fast. I went viral last month, and it's everything's going all over the world. So right now, on a weekly basis, we're at like 3 to 5 million views per week. So this is the thing. I get more pushback on IG, honestly. Oh, I'm sure. And they say, pick me. They say I have masculine energy. They say that I don't know what I'm talking about. They say that women aren't slaves. They say that I think I'm a man. Oh, they say all kinds of
They go that hard? Good Lord.
You gotta take that with a grain of salt on Instagram.
So the way to that on Twitter and Reddit.
So, but you know what? It just rolls off my back because this is part of my God-given purpose. Like this is my purpose. And so it's like, I know my assignment on the earth. Therefore, like it doesn't affect me. Sometimes I'll laugh, I'll post it and I'll laugh because the other day someone said the liability is her posting things about men thinking that women are just supposed to lay down and oh my gosh, I cracked up so hard. About that one. So most of the time I don't post like what they say, but sometimes the funny ones, I'll just post it because I like a good laugh. So I post it sometimes, but it doesn't faze me. It doesn't affect me. Like it like I'm literally helping people every single day. And I save lives every single day, either whether it's a man or a woman, because I don't only talk to and counsel men. I also counsel and talk to women. And I spend hours upon hours doing this. I'm either praying for them or listening to them. Like, so I'm saving lives every day.
Yeah. So that is definitely one of your gifts. I don't know if you want to call it prophetic. I don't know if you want to call it intuition, whatever it is, but you do have an uncanny way of talking to people and then kind of getting some insight from the conversation to try to help people. And you might dig deep sometimes. I know you push a lot of like buttons or a lot of sensitive areas with the things that they say, shocking people.
Yeah. And it's true, it's true. And as far as like, I like that you said that. As far as like spirituality, I do have a strong prophetic gift specifically on words of knowledge. I think I talked to you guys about that the first time I was on with you guys in January. Yeah. God will show me some things about you guys, but sometimes, honestly, as far as spiritual wise, like sometimes I'm getting on live and I'm there to do a Q&A and I'm simply releasing prophetic. Like God wants to do what he wants to do, so I just roll with it. Whether you believe in God or the universe, whatever you guys believe in, and people are like, how did you know that? Like, oh my gosh, like, how did you know that? I'm telling them about their spouse, people that need healing in their family and, with their, so it's, and I don't take this assignment lightly at all. Like, yes, I'm the #1 advocate for men, but spiritually I am a prophet. And so I do help save lives every single day, even with that gifting.
But you are also uplifting for sisters too. It's not like you're just for men. Like you're doing this to help women.
Absolutely. Yesterday I had someone, at first this is funny because this was a person that was like, oh my gosh, you're on here and you're saying this. What about the women? And, she had DM'd me a couple days after that. And she goes, well, what about this? And she goes, why would you, is this okay? And I'm like, no, because what he was doing to her was like psychological abuse and things of that nature. And I said, no, absolutely not. I said, I will never side on something just due to the fact that it came out of a man's mouth. I said, I side on the side of what's right. And so yesterday, this person in particular, I spent an hour like on the phone with her yesterday, and she's venting, and we prayed afterwards. And it's like this amazing thing that happens. Like when I'm like the people navigator. So I understand where they're at. I can relate to where they're at, and then I end up using wisdom, my experience, or either God-given wisdom to give to them. So
let me tell you what I get when you make one of your posts on Instagram.
Okay.
This is what I get from what you say. He can be having like the shittiest day in the world. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is he's doing, away from his house, he could be having the shittiest day in the world. Don't let him come home and continue that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
A lot of times when you do make those posts and clips, it's a million different ways to say one thing. And I think you do a great job amazing job actually, of explaining it in different ways where different people that are watching can relate to what you're saying, because everyone doesn't listen with the same ears. Right. They make you focus on one piece of one part of what you're saying, rather than listen to the whole entire thing and saying, something that does make a lot of sense. Yeah, he did do something that I was maybe a man about, but he did take the time out of his day to call me and say how bad of a day he's having. Who am I to let him come home from that shitty day and continue on, getting on him or making him feel worse? That's not what I'm trying to do. I want to make him feel at least better by the time he get home, let him get a good hot meal, and let him relax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. And also, even to add on to what you just said, Ray, this is the thing, and sometimes y'all may have gotten into it, if you will, but on the same token, you do not want to be the thing that drives him over the top to do something to himself, or God forbid, like something happens on the way home from work, or, also creating that environment and that peace for when he gets home. Like there may even be something that you guys need to talk about, but how about you make sure that he's okay first and create an environment of peace and wellness. So that way, if you need to bring up something, let's do it in a way where he's already relaxed. He's already comforted. He's already gotten a chance to decompress. Don't just come in the door and don't let him come in the door and you just start throwing darts. He's already had to dodge all the darts of the world as it is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. All too well. I recently saw this clip on Instagram, and it was a guy and a lady, their second date. So he decided to cook her dinner at his house, So she's there eating dinner, like, what is this? What is this I have? Like, what are you talking about? This is your dinner. I don't want this. I want to go out. But you haven't even tasted the food yet.
Yeah.
And
I did see that.
He was dead serious.
Yeah.
And she just went in on him. I'm just like, bro, like, what do you do when because it seemed like it's so many women who don't appreciate
on to the next.
What they are getting. I don't understand. Like, how can you be so damn shallow? You know what I'm saying?
She was so ungrateful. I saw that, and she was like, "No, you said we were going to this restaurant, and and I saw that, and it was like, she doesn't even realize like she's gonna lose a good man."
Yeah.
I'm sure. Like after that, I'm sure that was the end of the road for him. And if it wasn't, I can promise you that she changed her little childish ways. Okay.
Sometimes it's the people you associate yourself with. Also, you gotta be really aware of who you dealing with.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it was, I feel like it was a certain mentality that she had probably picked up, but it's unacceptable. So either you choose to change your ways in order to keep that good man, or you're gonna lose him.
Yeah.
Stop holding that lady's husband hostage.
I like that line.
Somebody else. Wow, that's what's up. You got anything else, Jay? Before she only got a few more minutes, right?
Yeah, a few more minutes. I just want to, say thank you for joining. I think one of my favorite videos is where you give these really quick bites of information. You're like, shut the. That's my favorite. Those crack me up.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and you know they got really upset about the liability video, you guys. Like they got upset about that one. It's like, but this is the thing that you have to realize. Like I have a lot of women, not a lot of women that follow me, but the percentage is growing. I would say it's about 15% now on IG and maybe like 25% on TikTok. But this is the thing, like if the shoe doesn't fit, then don't wear it.
Right.
But why spew out hatred? Like they'll come on and they'll tell me shut the F up and they'll call me names and everything else. Like
I was going to ask you that actually. How you
So sometimes what I'll do is I'll pin the comment. I won't even say, I'll just pin the comment and then I'll let everybody else respond to it. Honestly, it's entertaining. Like let them, you know, like let them have at it. Because at the end of the day, it's like if that's not you, then why are you so upset about it? And every now and again, I'll say calmly, "Hey sis, why are you so mad?" And I'll put heart emojis.
Right.
But those are the ones I need to counsel and need to be really talking to in the one-on-ones. That's what it is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
saying? And that's
it's nothing that you're doing wrong. Maybe it's just he just don't understand what he's doing, what he's not doing.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, and it's true. And you know what? And even to add on to that, I do have men that will send, you know, my videos to their significant other. And it's like, and then their significant other DMs me and they're like, "Hey, well, what if he's doing X, Y, and Z?" And I'm like, no, absolutely not. You know, I had one, you know, where he kept on badgering her over the head with, you know, with my content. And he was actually telling her, no, women are supposed to shut the F up and you're supposed to listen. So I was like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I always have to, you know, end up reiterating, like, this is for real men. This is for good men. It's not for men that are users, abusers, manipulators, and you know, of that nature. So, yeah, I do have that happens too. And that's not who it's for.
Yeah, emotional man. Yeah, let them.
Yeah. Again, I think you are an advocate for good relationships.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Absolutely.
That's what you're about, trying to save the good relationship.
Yes, absolutely. And help, you know, connections thrive. And I am writing a book right now. I'm writing another book, you guys. It's about 80% done. This will be my own piece. And it's called Connections, True Love, Soul Ties versus True Love.
Okay.
That's the perfect segue to our next show.
Yeah,
That's perfect. I love it.
And when you got that book, then you're gonna come back on. We're gonna talk about that one. That's what's up.
Yes, definitely. Oh, that one. I'm enjoying writing that one right now. And then we also, a friend of mine and I, we are writing one called Black Love. How do we fix it? So
I love it.
That's another one that's got a lot of stuff going on, y'all.
Yeah, if you ever do a panel show, please let us know.
Yes, I will. I did have someone reach out, and I was supposed to be in Atlanta next week, but unfortunately it didn't work out. They wanted me to not post about any other show that I was doing for like 7 weeks. I'm like, I can't agree to that. That was weird.
Oh, they was paying you for that? I mean, if they paying you, I mean,
it wasn't paid. They were gonna pay for me to fly in and everything, but besides that, there was no amenities, and they wanted me to just promote them for 7 weeks. It just didn't work for me. It just didn't work. Not for 7 weeks, because I had all these different other arrangements. So
you know what's best for you. You know what to pick and choose and say yes to and what's no to. Absolutely. Yeah. You can't say yes to everything. You gotta say
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I apologize. It took me so long to get back to you guys. I'm just.
Oh no.
It's perfect. I get it. We get it. We understand.
It's all good. I'm happy we were able to kind of move our show around to accommodate you so you can be on and everything. So,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about being on this network. We can shift days around and owner's real cool. She doesn't mind, so it's all good.
Yay! Thank you. I appreciate it.
Shout out to True.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely. So, well, you know, I guess your time has to go. So I understand, you know, you got other obligations you got to get to. So thank you very much for being on.
It's been an honor. It's been an honor.
Thank you very much. It's our honor also. And we're going to be in touch and have you back on real soon when you finish this book.
Absolutely. We'll do it again.
Yes. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye,
Take
y'all.
care.
Have a good night. Thanks. Bye.
You too.